All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruchakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us his truth. And Shalom also to the Akim pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. And to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world. And to the few sisters who are listening, to you we say Shalom. Lord will, this would be an edifying lesson. Basically what we wanted to get into, man, is, how in these last days, when Jacob's trouble comes, we're going to be put into some very uncomfortable situations, man. Very uncomfortable situations. And even though we're going to be in the fire and going through all these different trials, you got to realize that the Lord is going to be right there with us, man. The Lord is going to be right there fighting with us. And not only that, but us being Israelites, man, we got the spirit of our forefather Jacob. Because when he was wrestling the angel, he was alone, man. He wasn't with somebody else wrestling the angel along with him. He was by himself, man. This is Genesis 32, and I'm gonna start off at 24. Genesis 32 and 24 it says, "And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day." So when Jacob was wrestling that angel, man, he was left alone. He was by himself. There's gonna come times, and Lord will, if you're with a brother, that would be beautiful during those times. But we also got to be girded up in the loin in our minds, gird up the loins of our mind, and be ready for any situation, man. Even though we might be alone, we still got to wrestle. It says, "And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him." That represents, even though his thigh was out of joint, man. Look, double 144 is called lineman shot. Even though his thigh was out of joint, that represents the uncomfortable situations, man. Because even though his thigh was out of joint, he still kept wrestling. He still kept fighting. We got to have that same spirit, man. And him as our forefather, we got to have that same mentality. That no matter what comes at us, we still got to keep fighting. We can't give up. We can't just stop. This is something that we got to constantly endure. Like it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, man. You got it?
Oh, no, I got 4 actually. Can I get this real quick? Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 4, verse 28. "Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee." You see? Because even our forefather Jacob, fighting alone, all right? What did the angels say? Can you read that part?
This is back in Genesis 32 and 26. "And he said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed."
Right, exactly. You see, the Lord was with him, man, in the spirit. All right? He's a prince of power, you see? Because, we get our strength from the heavens, man, from above.
That's right.
And that's why, what is it? 1 Peter 1 and 13, real quick.
1 and 13?
Yes, please.
This is, you want me to read it?
Oh, no, I got it. 1 Peter 1 and 13. "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach." So we got to get mentally and spiritually prepared of what's to come, knowing that, the Lord has made a way out for us. At the end, we are going to prevail.
That's right.
See? So we got to, walk with in wisdom right now, all right? And let these fools, have their small W's while we take our little L's, all right? To what? To attain that big W, man, when Yahweh Shai comes.
Right. You got to realize too, man. Jacob took little L's, man. When he was working for Rachel, he got supplanted, and his father-in-law basically gave him Leah, and then he had to work another 7 years because he wanted Rachel, right? You got to realize that our forefathers took little L's too, man. But eventually, what happened? He got more blessed than his father-in-law, man. He came out with more camels, more men servants and women servants, and so on and so forth. He had riches, abundance, more than one wife, multiple children, man. The Lord blessed him. And he even told his father-in-law that wherever he went, the Lord blessed his hands and basically made him fruitful for his sake, man. So you got to realize that even though, hey, we might take small L's, we might go through these things, hey, at the end of the day, we still got to fight, man. Because guess what? The Lord is, hey, the end of us, hey, it is that we're going to get an everlasting kingdom, man. These small L's right now don't really matter, because at the end of the day, we're looking for an everlasting kingdom, man. And that kingdom is only for the Israelites, for us, man, for the ones that are striving for the truth, man, the ones that are fighting for this, man, the ones that are getting down for the crown.
Right, that's our heaven, that continuing city, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You see, and that's what we're fighting for, man.
That's
all right,
right.
So that's why we gotta, like, you grab that one scripture, be a good soldier.
Oh yeah, Khan.
Yahweh Shai.
Khan.
You know, because soldier goes into solidarity. You by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Soldado.
Because you gotta basically, what's the scripture I'm thinking of? You gotta make your calling and election sure, man.
That's right.
All right, no one could do the work for you. No one could read for you. All right, no one could go into the studying and the research for you.
That's right.
You gotta want to do all these things, knowing that there's a reward at the end of these things, man. Having faith. All right.
That's right.
Because the Lord's gonna reward those that diligently seek Him, as the scripture says.
That's right.
So knowing that you should be moving in a certain way.
That's right. Hey, sort of like how Jacob told the angel, I will not let thee go except thou bless me, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, we don't have to. Hey, do not let this truth go by any means necessary. Hey, Yahweh Shai said, hold fast and let no man take thy crown, man.
Yeah.
We have to fight. This is all the scripture that the brother called for. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man.
Right. So, to endure is to suffer things, man. All right. Be mentally strong and knowing, the will of the Lord. All right. Knowing that, hey, that we're going to go through some things, but, hey, it's only temporary. You see? Right. The Lord's always going to make a way out for His elect.
That's right.
All right. And at the end, deliver us too, Lord willing, we endure to the end. That's why the saying, those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved, that the scripture says.
That's right.
You see? So we got to mentally prepare now. Mentally prepare now, not later. It's like a fighter. A fighter trains as if he's in the actual match.
Right.
All right. That's the true training right there. Like you're in the live situation.
Right.
So then when you get to it, hey, it's not that bad, man. Like the brother Murph, or the Bishop Murph says, we sweat in training so we don't bleed in battle.
That's
something
right.
like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says.
So we gotta train now, man, so that we don't, lose in the field, man.
That's right. Hey, let me. What's the scripture that says, "If thy strength be little in the day of adversity"?
Yeah.
Thy
faith is.
Thy faith is little, or something like that.
Thy faith is little, yeah.
Small.
Let me see.
Thy strength fail.
No, faint. Isn't it faint?
Oh, let me see. I think so, Con. Let me see. Thy strength. You said which one was the word instead of fail?
Let me see. It's right here. Oh shit. Yeah, Proverbs 24:10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
Hey, that means that was somebody that wasn't preparing, wasn't giving attendance to reading, exhortation, and doctrine. Somebody that wasn't girding up the loins of their mind. Somebody whose consolation was right here in the world, man. Our consolation is in the heavens. Hey, the scripture says, if any man live godly in Yahweh Shai, they're going to suffer persecution, man. Those persecutions, those things that we go through, the fire, the trials that we go through, man, all of that is building us up for that final moment, Jacob's trouble, man. When that finally comes, that's going to separate the boys from the men. we're gonna really find out who are the ones that are wrestling and holding on to the truth, holding on to the truth until death, man. The ones that got the same spirit like Jacob, our forefather, man. He wrestled until the breaking of the day. He wrestled until his joint was out of his thigh was out of joint, man. You gotta realize that, hey, that shit hurts. First of all, if you get punched in the face, that hurts right there by itself, man.
But to have your socket out of place, or your,
man. Hey, if you've never broken a bone, man, or had nothing like that, hey, when you break a bone, you don't feel it, right, at first. But the first night that you wake up, hey, you can't go to sleep, man. That pain is heavy.
And Jacob endured that, you know what I'm saying, until he got the blessing. See, so we got to endure all things so that what? We could be saved at the end of this thing, man.
That's
Receive
right.
salvation,
That's right.
Understanding the will of the Lord, knowing that what? Hey, that everything that we've endured, everything that we've forsaken, all right, homes, wives, children, you know what I'm saying, sons and daughters, we're going to receive 100-fold. You got to know these things, man. All right? Knowing the end from the beginning is comforting, man. You see? And that's why it's a blessing. The blessed is the man that hopeth and let me just grab it real quick. Jeremiah 17, verse 7. Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is, man. Who are fully persuaded in this word, that know and believe and trust that the Lord is not a man that he should lie, man. All these things are written, so they will happen. All right, salvation is coming to us, man.
That's right.
Lord willing, we're of the elect. Lord willing, we endure to the end.
That's right.
And yes, I mean, we're in captivity, man. We're behind enemy lines. How can you enjoy your children, your life here? You can't, man. That's why oppression maketh a wise man mad. We know what's up. We know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
This is I'm gonna get this one scripture. It says let me see if it's this one. No, not this one. This is 1 Thessalonians 3:5. It says, "For this cause, when I could no longer forbear, I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain," man. So, do not be tempted by this world, man. Don't fall through the vain lust and all these things in the world, man. Hey, don't let this labor be in vain ultimately, man. Because, this labor of love that we're putting in, the Lord isn't going to forget that, man. He's seeing you fight. He's seeing you take those small L's. He's seeing you when you fall down and when you get back up, man. He knows exactly what you're going through, man. We have Yahushua as our high priest, man. And guess what? He was tempted in all points and found without sin. So that means he knows exactly what we're going through, man. He knows what fights we're going through on the daily, what temptations we're going through, what type of thoughts we have, what type where we fall, where we're weak, where we're strong, man. But guess what? It says, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain, man. Don't let the tempter tempt you, man. Keep getting up, keep fighting, man. Even if your thigh's out of joint, you're in that uncomfortable situation, man. Don't let that fight be in vain. Don't let this labor be in vain, man. We have a reward coming to us, man. Especially those that endure, those that are that fight until the end, man. So with that, Lord will, this was an edifying lesson. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and abad babal.